Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube? Today we're watching a POV of broky against Big. This was early in 2022 last year when he just absolutely smurfed on Big Clan 21 KD. The topic of my video is broky a top 5 AWPer. It's kind of the question I am posing. Obviously there's a lot of solid AWPers across top teams. Wanted to check out how broky fares against Big Clan, exactly what traits lead him to have such a commanding performance against the Germans. I think this was early 2022, but really just an unreal performance, so I wanted to check it out. And so you might be thinking, like, broky's top 7 on HLTV 2020, of course he's a top 5 AWPer. Well, I don't know. I think it's certainly worthy of a discussion, because if you're thinking just about like your team, if you could have any AWPer on your team, who would you go for? Right now I feel like Simple, zywoo, 𝐂𝐎𝐶, they're top 3. In my opinion, undisputed top 3 AWPers right now, pretty much top 3 players as well. So I put them all above broky. But then there's a lot of interesting AWPers as well that are really solid, that I would actually potentially want on my team more so than broky. I mean, broky's had some really good performances last year, helped them obviously win some really big events, but also he's been a bit inconsistent. Thing is, when you're just comparing like elite AWPers, a lot to take into consideration. I think that's broky's only death of the game, so the rest is just gonna be fragging. But yeah, 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿, Device, at this point in 2023, would you rather have them on your squad? I mean, I feel like I'd rather have 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿 at this point, just due to his age. There's a lot of other really elite AWPers though. I mean, Wonderful starting to heat up for Team Spirit. I wouldn't quite say he's doing as good as broky, but just a young AWPer with a lot of potential there. Device is going to be a big question mark for 2023. I mean, he started back up late last year and he was looking like almost just as good, like he hadn't lost a step. So I think for broky to kind of keep up his place in the HLTV top rankings, he'll have to perform even better this year, 2023, somehow. But yeah, he had some really high peaks early in the year, some insane clutches, just known to be one of the clutchest AWPers. I mean, 𝐂𝐿𝐍𝐿, Simple, obviously, really strong clutch factor. He found the perfect timing there. Oh, spraying the body. Whoa, whoa, broky. All right, all right. It's like he's kind of doing like this rotator position on nuke. You know, kind of help. Perhaps, I mean, I guess it looks like he's pretty much been playing yard for the most part, actually. Or outside, as my NA folks call it. What other really solid AWPers are there in the top 10 that you could compare broky to? I mean, I feel like it's hard to compare like 𝐂𝐻𝐿 and 𝐁𝐿 with other AWPers just because they're IGLs as well. It's like I'd almost rather just compare them with other IGLs. Alright, pretty aggressive posturing at the secret area. It does pay off. Nice aggressive repeaks here from broky, just not giving any respect. Yeah, he's just smurfing on the big clan this demo pretty much. Yeah, I'd say the only case you could make for broky not being a top 5 AWPer is if you put like Simple, zywoo, 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐒, 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿, device. Honestly, I feel like I'd rather any of those 5 players on my team going into 2023. I would say obviously broky was more accomplished than pretty much anyone last year. FaZe is still looking scary Terry. They're still looking really good at going into next year. But as far as if you swapped out any of those 5 players I listed on FaZe, would they be worse? I don't know. Don't really think so. broky's doing a good job at switching up his like positions this game though, staying unpredictable. It's really important you give your AWPer kind of freedom on CT side for like the really successful teams, just having them be able to work the map, kind of go with their intuition a bit. Sometimes they can just absolutely mop up the other squad because, you know, naturally you're going to try to avoid the AWPer on T side, so just constantly rotating your positions will sometimes lead to these like insane performances like broky had here. Definitely broky showing he's got a lot of versatility on the CT side. He meshes well with FaZe clan, just rotating around the map and his team kind of all comfortable simultaneously. Deadly combination. 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿 saving his op. Should be interesting to see how 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿 fares next year. I'd certainly want broky on my team over 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿, but 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿's still a pretty solid AWPer. People think he's much more of an online player than a LAN player. I guess 2023 will kind of make or break that perception, I think. If he starts off with the good online performance and a weak LAN performance, people will be like, oh, yep, typical 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿. But perhaps this new year gives him a chance to reverse that narrative. I mean, that was probably the same narrative around 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐿 and that whole Gambit Cloud9 roster for a while. They were onliners, but I mean, they have kind of altered that LAN a little bit. Did ultimately win IEM Dallas, which was, man, that's pretty sweet. But they did ultimately make that roster change to drop Inters for Buster. He's playing these zywoo steps. Pretty passive angle, but pretty safe. He's done a really good job just constantly rotating up his positions on the CT side. Definitely a good demo to watch. It's just like a CT side AWPer on Nuke. Yeah, he's taking an extremely passive line this round, but could pay off. Straight chillaxing in spawn. But his team got cooked.
Bomb has been planted.
Just looking to get a little exit frag here, save the op. Taking his time. Took a very passive line that round. Team ended up losing a save, but ultimately not very consequential. Still important he kind of, you know, maintain some versatility on the defense there, so. But here he's like, screw that. I'm gonna take a much more aggressive line. Just playing on these zywoo steps. It's a nice comfy spot for an AWPer outside, honestly. As long as you can hit your first shot here. Huh. Kind of an interesting smoke there. And then there were some rumors at the end of last year, or I guess early this year as well, that Rain was planning on retiring. I think he's newly a father. Overdrive posted the same rumor that 𝐁𝐒𝐒 was going to get replaced and that Norbert was going to get benched. Both of those rumors turned out to be true. But he is also a CIS commentator, so he perhaps has his finger on the pulse of the Russian scene more so than European. But I think he later clarified in his tweets. First he said that Rain was gonna take a break, and then he said like never mind kind of phase. Maybe he changed his mind. So it looks like Rain is probably gonna play like one more season with them, at least through Paris. That's my guess. But at this point no one's really sure. And this demo is when Op had 10 bullets. The good old days. Yeah, this was a 2022 demo, but this was just kind of this beginning of the year period where broky was also insane as well. We kind of forget how dominant broky was in the early part of 2022. Nice drop down there. Man, this demo just makes opping look pretty fun to me. It's just like, especially when you're just like smurfing on the other team, like it's like, damn bro, I wanna op on a nuke game now, pop off, then you die a couple times, you're like, gosh, guess I'm not broky. CS is fun, man, it's fun. It's making the entries look easy, broky. Yeah, this was that era when FaZe was just so, like, if you went up against FaZe, you would just get like stomped by them. Like, you almost forget how kind of dominant they were for that early part of 2022. These like Big, who's still like a, you know, I'd still consider Big a tier 1 team. I mean, I would. But just like the very like lowest echelon. They just like, even the like those lower tier 1 teams, upper tier 2 teams against FaZe Clan, like early part of 2022, it's like, oof, man, you don't want to poke that bear. I mean, Rob's just joined this squad like I mean the beginning part of 2022, and they like heated up with him like real quick. Like he seemed to be like the perfect plug and play player there. I think I saw some Twists interviews at the end of a phase game or two where he mentioned toward the later part of the year they had a couple like communication issues, and it's like an international lineup. I guess that's to be expected, you know, everyone coming from like different walks of life, different countries. Like it's sometimes kind of difficult to be like completely on the same page, you know what I mean? Performance wise, I mean, Rain kind of heated. I think this was the point of time where a lot of people were like minus Rain plus JKS. A lot of people, because you know FaZe won that one tourney with JKS, they wanted to keep running with him, but Rain said that motivated him, and Rain ultimately did win the major MVP. Rain just plays a lot of interesting spots on CT anti side for FaZe Clan, where like if he can have like a heavy performance in the server as well as kind of taking on his unique role, then just like an insanely impactful player. And Twists towards the later part of the year, especially when some of his team was kind of faltering, he would just like absolutely like heat up and smurf and carry some of the games. Like Twist felt like one of the more like consistent ones throughout the year. Rob's pretty consistent with the clutches as well. I mean, FaZe overall just solid squad. 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶 𝐈𝐍𝐿 obviously one of the best in the game to ever do it, but they just looked pretty limp towards the second half of 2022. It looked like they couldn't really make any kind of deep run. Should be interesting if kind of the new year mentality will do anything for them. But where are you guys rank broky in the top 5 AWPers? I mean, I bet there's probably some people who would prefer like broky over 𝐂𝐒𝐒 because they consider broky to be more aggressive and more clutch potential, which I would agree with both of those things. But 𝐂𝐒𝐒 is just like consistency. I think that's probably what would put him like a notch above, in my opinion. Alright, that was a clean double. Ooh, he takes his time with the third shot. It pays off. Man, they're looking like bots against broky. These are paid professional Counter-Strike players making a lot of paper on both sides of the server. It's not like he's playing against, it's not like it's a faced pug against some amateurs. Nah. Whole ass rostered tier 1 pros. FaZe was just murphing on him. Interesting initial jump there from broky. Free bomb site? Okay. They're okay. Oh, and they go for a double flank secret. This is some masterminding from 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶 here. And then broky just baits him. Oh, that's perfect. You'll never clear a second player. Interesting little strat there. Probably masterminded by 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐶. Alright, broky entry fragging with the rifle as well. He's doing it all. Dude, some of the clutches he got last year were just nuts though. Remember that Tech 9 one on Inferno was pretty sick as well. I don't know, stick clutches got me thinking of the refresh 1v5 with the 𝐂𝐒𝐒, man. I should do a refresh POV review now that he's IGLing for Sprout as well. My plan is to release a POV video for every day of this year, 2023. Learn a lot of play styles, kind of pick up some tricks along the way. Just have fun with you guys. Fish fan. Appreciate you guys watching the video. A lot more POVs on my channel. And FishTheHusky.com. I have a lot of other CSGO content there. I stream pro games on Twitch all the time as well. Take it easy. Hope you have a great day, great night. Peace out.